Hi Great Toys friends, I'm Alvin Lim of GreattoysOnline.com. So I'm going to make a very short unboxing video of this one, the Calibre Toys Super Limited Edition giant size Optimus Prime statue. So these are individually numbered. Great Toys is the exclusive distributor for the Calibre statue for the Philippine market. And you see in the box here it has a number. It says number 260 of 500 pieces. So this is one huge Optimus Prime toy. I think it's the biggest toy ever released for the movie Optimus Prime. It comprises of two separate boxes. The SRP for these pieces is at least 1,500 US. So let's go ahead and check this out. So the first one, of course, is the stand. One box is mainly the stand. The size of the box basically is a perfect grade Gundam. A perfect grade Ale Strike, one of the newer Gundams, the bigger ones. Perfect grade Strike Freedom. So one, it's still sealed in foam. So basically it's the stand. We'll try to open the stand a bit later. We'll go ahead first with the Optimus Prime figure. Set this aside. This is the Optimus Prime statue. The box is around 75% of a double O riser perfect grade Gundam box. So it's almost the same length, only the width. It's just a bit, I think, if I remember, all double O riser boxes around this thick, so it's only a bit smaller. Let's check it out. Comes with the instruction manual. This thing is really heavy. Yeah, we open here. Yeah. So now we see Optimus Prime, all its parts. So basically, what do we get inside the box? So of course, there's the two legs. Of course, the two legs, the two arms, the main body. This is the axe. And of course the blades, the battle blades, two of them, the battle blades. Then of course we have other parts, the batteries for Optimus Prime's eyes. Then there's the giant size fist, closed fist, open fist, and a third pair of fists, punching fist. I'd call it punching fist. This is the fist with a hole to hold the weapons, the battle axe, etc. Okay, so this is the inside of Optimus. So now let's combine Optimus. So this is limited edition number 260 of 500. So I have to be super careful. So if you look at the toy, there's super detail. There's die cast parts, like here I feel this is die cast. This is also die. Mainly the blue and red parts are die cast. I feel this is also die cast. This also is die cast metal. And the other parts are either plastic or resin. And then there's a couple of moving parts, like the flaps, they move here. The faceplate opens. I think this one moves also, I think. No. Okay, so then there's chrome details on the back. Super heavy detail. Then of course there's the, let's start with the leg. Of course, these two legs have to be very careful. They're very heavy actually. The legs, they feel like almost 1 kilo per leg. The legs are also super detailed. You can see there's like multiple toes on the bottom of the figure. The paint job is incredible. The wheels are made of rubber. So let's slap them together. The figure does come with a bit of articulation before I assemble it. There's a bit of articulation in the figure. You can move it forward and bend a bit of its knees. Yeah, the wheels, they don't turn. The wheels don't turn. Well, of course, this is a statue basically. Statue have articulated toys. So of course, to be careful, we have to handle it by the more solid parts. Don't handle it by the moving parts like these flaps here. You'll surely break them. Okay, so this is Hasbro license made by Calibre toys. So yeah, now let me tilt it a bit forward, not to hold the figure. Of course, you can bend the knees and adjust the wrist to give it a more battle pose. To give it a more battle-like pose. Then of course, let's attach the arms. So this is the, if I'm correct, this is the right arm. Where's the manual? Optimus Prime. Okay, no, this is the, yeah, correct, this is the right arm. The joints are pretty tight because of course it's a new figure. Yeah. And now the arm, the fist I mean. So here you have this pointy fist. You should study school. You should be back at school, not home. Here you have the open fist, the open hand. But of course, for ultimate fun, let's get the battle axe hand. The battle axe hand fist. Then of course, here's the battle axe. Based on the instructions, you have to detach the axe, then detach the axe, then plug it in. There's a magnet on the end to attach to the magnet here on the end of the axe to hold it together. So that the toy has tons of magnets here and there. Yeah. So of course, instead of the battle pose, we can have it on the more of the standing pose. A bit of adjustment on the articulation. That's it. So let me do a size comparison for you, for all of you. A few tidbits to take note when you're playing with this toy. When you are holding the toy, hold it more or less by the gray part. Don't hold it by the metal parts like these. For example, you want to hold this, preferably hold it, I know this is by the gray part. Because the gray parts is basically the inner body of Optimus, not the outer armor. So hold it here, hold it here. Don't squeeze on the armor parts, you might break them because the armor parts are basically floating from the body. Even the main body, I have to hold it more or less by the chest, not this part, to avoid any damage to this super exquisite figure. Not this part, mainly on the main body. Even on the back. The smokestacks are chrome. Really nice. So the figure has a bit of articulation. So basically there's the, compared to other statues of course, there's the leg joint. The leg joint here. Then there is the hip joint. So for the hips you can move this hip area up and down. Then you can open side to side, so you can give him more of a macho pose. Of course the arms can go up and down, and then of course you can have him point, like pointing a hippie cool style. So you can let him stand straight. You can close the hip area here. Yeah, have his toes inwards, of course, because of the hip articulation. So now I'm trying to do a super macho pose with the two battle blades. So of course I have Optimus tilted a bit forward, doing a bit of a macho stance. Now you have to wait for Calibre to make a Calibre Megatron. So let's bend this knee a bit.
Nga, kailan ko lagay?
Tomorrow. So we just February 20. Yeah. So we can bend the knees a bit to kick them forward to give him a more macho pose. Okay, let's lift the arm. Yeah, so now he's in a more... The figure's kind of heavy, so he's kind of tilting forward. So we can adjust him a bit. There's a couple of screws here on the legs. I think you can use the screws to tighten the joints. There's a couple of screws here, and there's a couple more here on the arm. So I think you can use the screwdriver and tighten the joints to avoid a problem like what happened a while ago. So this is the front of the figure. Check out the gold hubcaps and things.
Yeah.
So this is the back of the figure. Side of the figure. Then of course, a while ago I promised you size comparison. This is the box of Jetfire Buster Prime 2-pack, and he's 3 inches taller than the box. Of course, he's not standing straight now. So basically, he's 3 inches taller than the box. This is how big this is. Another size comparison is the Buster Sword.